Now we start a new book called The Covenant Broken and Renewed, and this is only on Exodus 32 through 34. It's the split between the building instructions that Moses gets on the mountain for building the tabernacle and the tent of meeting to when he actually does it. But these chapters were rather important, so it's a smaller book, but it's important in between them. And we have, of course, we'll be talking about this. Moses actually goes up on the mountain 6 times for an 80-year-old. That's pretty big.
Yeah,
And so we will be starting with chapter 1, the golden calf. The golden calf.
yeah. When the people saw that Moses delayed to come down from the mountain, the people gathered themselves together to Aaron and said to him, Up, make us gods who shall go before us. As for this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him.
Up here means arise or come on, get going. How long was Moses up on the mountain?
40 days and 40 nights.
Since Moses had not yet come down, figure 40, a few days before, so he's actually about 38, 39 days. Who instigated the idea of making other gods?
The people,
The people wanted God to go before them as they traveled. What led them, not Moses, from Egypt to Mount Sinai?
the Lord, pillar of cloud.
Right. What mountain are the people at the base of?
Mount Sinai.
How long had they been there up to this point?
Well, when I was looking on that page 3, I couldn't figure it out, so you have to help me.
Okay, so he is going, let's see. Let's see where he is. He's got to be on the fourth ascension. Yeah, he's up there on the fourth ascension 40 days. So if you look at Exodus 32:15, it
Yeah.
says 4:23:11. Okay. And
Okay.
they were there, they got to Mount Sinai in March of the first year, and so about a month and a half, right? So March
Okay.
of the first year to April 23rd of the first year. So about a month and a half, right?
Okay. Month and a
You
half.
got it? You
Yes.
understand? Okay.
Yes.
You can't really say year one. It's the first year. That's, kind of how that is. But anyway, um, okay.
Okay. So Aaron said to them, Take off the rings of gold that are in the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters, and bring them to me. So all the people took off the rings of gold that were in their ears and brought them to Aaron. And he received the gold from their hands and fashioned it with a graving tool and made a golden calf. And they said, These are your gods, O Israel, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt.
Golden calf is translated sort of incorrectly. It would be a golden young bull. What did Aaron ask for from the people?
Rings of gold that are in your wife's ear.
Yeah, in your ears. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
their ears too,
yeah.
Look below. Are earrings always indicative of idol worship?
Well, it could be yes and no.
Yeah, it just depends. It'd be like anything else. If they had an emblem of an idol, then they're idol related. If they don't have an emblem of an idol, they're not idol related. It's kind of like, but there
Yeah.
were times when they were considered idol related. So, um, but they're not always. What did Aaron fashion with the gold?
Graving tool and made a golden calf.
Actually, he made a mold and then poured the melted gold into it to make a young bull, and then used the graving tool to, take off all the seams and finish it. Why a golden young bull? The Israelites had recently left Egypt, where bull worship, particularly of the Apis bull, was common. This familiarity made the calf a natural choice for a visible representation of the divine for some of the Israelites. Again, who brought them out of Egypt?
God.
Yeah.
When Aaron saw this, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made a proclamation and said, Tomorrow shall be a feast to the Lord. And they rose up early the next day and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down and to eat and drink and rose up to play.
What did Aaron build in front of the golden calf?
Altar,
Tomorrow shall be a feast to,
the Lord,
are they giving burnt and peace offerings to the Lord or the golden calf?
to the Lord.
Yeah, they're mixing things up.
Yeah.
So are they worshiping the golden calf, the Lord, or a mixture of both religions?
Both.
Yeah, and God doesn't like that either. He wants a pure religion, doesn't want you kind of mixing both.
Yeah.
Rose up to play. We have a better description later in the scriptures below. Describe the type of play they were doing.
Running wild and out of control, and they were naked.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yep,
And
having fun.
and the Lord said to Moses, "Go down, for your people whom you brought up out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way that I commanded them. They have made for themselves a golden calf and have worshipped it and sacrificed to it and said, 'These are your gods, O Israel, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt.'"
Does God call the Hebrews his people or Moses's people?
Moses' people.
Who brought the Hebrews out of Egypt again?
God?
Did God know what the people were doing at the base of the mountain?
Yeah.
Wouldn't God have known that the people were going to do this before they did it?
Yeah.
If the answer to 4 is yes, then why didn't he hold Moses up on the mountain so long?
Probably a test for the Israelites.
Yeah, it was a test and they failed it. But they cannot, I mean, we learn both from failures and successes of strengthening our faith, you know? God points to the ways that people have corrupted themselves. The corruptions are A,
They have turned aside quickly out of the way that I commanded them.
B,
They have made for themselves a golden calf.
and C.
They have worshipped it and sacrificed to it.
Look at page 3. How many days prior had the people vowed obedience to God?
Now you have to show me that one too.
Okay, let's go back to their. Okay, back to your page there. So we have decided that it's Moses' fourth ascension. He's up there. So if you read back, okay, on March 7th, people vowed obedience.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it was 40 days, right?
Oh,
a little over 40 days, March 7th to April 23rd. So 30, 40, maybe 43, somewhere in there,
okay.
46, something like that. You see what I'm seeing?
Okay, I see that now.
Yeah, yeah. So they had vowed obedience. They said, Moses, you talk for God. We can't handle seeing him. And, but they didn't last. Let's see.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Very good. And the Lord said to Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may burn hot against them, and I may consume them in order that I may make a great nation for you.
What does God call the people at the base of the mountain?
Stiff-necked people.
What does God want to do to the people at the base of the mountain?
He may consume them.
Right. What did God still want to do with Moses?
Make a great nation.
Let's consider this for a moment. If he kills the people at the base of the mountain and started over with Moses, could he still fulfill his promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob?
Yeah.
Yes, that part he could. However, with destroying the people, cancel the prophecies Jacob said about each one of his sons in Genesis 49.
Yeah.
Yes. Who do you think is going to intercede here for the people at the base of the mountain? Who will God listen to?
Moses.
Yeah. So, right. So I call this the first intercessory prayer. It isn't, it's actually the second one. Abraham did one for the people of Sodom and Gomorrah. But go ahead.
Okay. But Moses implored the Lord his God and said, O Lord, why does your wrath burn hot against your people? whom you have brought out of the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand? Why should the Egyptians say, with evil intent did he bring them out, to kill them in the mountains and to consume them from the face of the earth? Turn from your burning anger and relent from this disaster against your people. Remember, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by your own self and said to them, I will multiply your offspring as the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have promised I will give to your offspring, and they shall inherit it forever. And the Lord relented from the disaster that he had spoken of bringing on his people.
Mhm. Intercession is a very powerful type of prayer. Intercession means the action of intervening to God on behalf of another. Many future Bible leaders will intercede in behalf of the Israelite people. Daniel, Nehemiah, even Paul in the New Testament. This is the first intercessory prayer in the Bible. It's the second. Abraham did the first one when he interceded for the Sodom and Gomorrah, when he asked about, well, if there are 50, if there are 40, if there are 30, if there are 10, will you not destroy the town? And this is for a larger group of people, obviously. Did Moses just accept what God decided?
No.
What did Moses' first question to God? Are you okay yet? You
Why
took this to heart. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does
What's
your wrath burn hot against your people, whom
Yeah.
you have brought out of the land of Egypt with great power?
Did Moses say that the Israelite people are his people or God's people?
God's people.
Who did Moses say led the Israelites out of Egypt?
God.
And how did God do this?
Great power and mighty hand.
Right. What is the second question that Moses asked?
Why should the Egyptians say, with evil intent did he bring them out to kill them in the mountains and consume them from the face of the earth?
How is this a convincing argument?
God wants others to follow him.
Right. Very good. What does Moses ask God to do?
Turn from your anger and relent from this disaster.
And what does Moses remind God about in verse 13?
His promise to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and all this land.
Did God relent from destroying the people at the base of the mountain?
Yes.
If God knows all things, why did he change his mind? He could have just destroyed the people. Why does he bring it to Moses?
To see how much Moses has grown.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes he does this because he wants to hear if his leaders are willing to stand up for the people. Moses talked about this chapter in Deuteronomy 9. What more do we learn from this passage? Did Moses have any food or water on the mountain?
No.
How did God inscribe the two stone tablets?
Finger of God.
What was on the stone tablets?
All the commandments.
Right, not just the 10, all the commandments. Not only did God say he wanted to destroy the people, but also he would
blot out their name from under heaven.
Yeah, wow. Boy, that's cruel. So we get to the end of this chapter, the golden calf. Okay, 2. Instead of the people, God suggested that he could make a
nation
out of Moses. 5, God said, they have turned aside quickly out of the way that I have commanded them. 9, Moses made the first
intercessory
prayer in the Bible. 11, when Moses was up on the mountain, he ate no
bread
and drank no water. 12, what is the name of the bull they worshiped in Egypt?
Apis.
And 1 down, who did the people go to make the golden calf?
Aaron.
Number 3, God made a promise to
Abraham,
Isaac, and Jacob. Number 4, the people gave both burnt and peace
offering.
6, the God called the people a necked people. 7, what did Aaron build in the front of the golden calf?
Altar.
And 8, the people wanted a golden calf because who was too long on the mountain?
Moses.
10, for the golden calf, Aaron used
Ring.
of gold, also known as earrings. So that's it there.